Hey folks, welcome back to FS22 and another Courseplay video. I'm not going to be doing as many of these while Courseplay is still in beta, I think. So the last few that I've released are now pretty much obsolete because of the one that I am going to do today. Or parts of them are, anyway. So we're now on 7.0.0.18, which was released yesterday as I am recording this, and it should be yesterday as I release this video because I'm planning to release it later on today. This is also the first video I'm recording after hitting 1,000 subs, which is awesome. So thank you everyone. If you're not already, click subscribe, read the number plate. Might need to change it now, but yeah. Anyway, so we're going to get into bale collecting and bale wrapping, or bale wrapping and bale collecting, now that they've implemented it into Courseplay. So if we go into the worker menu, I don't have a job created and I don't have a course loaded because it's all done through the mini GUI, mini HUD, which has been renamed as the mini GUI, which makes more sense because that's what it is. So depending on your key binding, if you open that up, for me that's Control Shift and H because that's what I've set it to, because that's what feels comfortable for me to use. So you don't need to have a course loaded at all for this. You just go up and scroll across to collecting and wrapping bales and hit hire worker, and then press escape to close the menu is a good idea. And this guy will then go off in the field and find the bales for you and wrap them. So this is my second attempt at testing this on the field. I have found a few problems, but they are mostly when bales are too close together or too close to the edge. So what I did with this is use the new feature that is also in version 7.0.0.18, which is to allow a bit of a border around the edge of the field. So you can see there's some uncut grass, and I just did that to try and keep the bales into the edge of the field. You probably didn't need to. I picked this field because it is quite an open space, but this seems to work brilliantly, particularly given it's a beta, and you don't have to go into the helper menu to do it, which I know some people aren't enjoying, the whole having to go into the helper menu to set things up. This one straight from the GUI, so maybe that's a sign of things to come. And yeah, the bale wrapper you can just leave to go now. So I had said I was going to do a second video on grass work, looking at forage wagons. I'm not going to, because no doubt the guys at Courseplay will have implemented it before I get it edited and uploaded and stuff. So I'm just going to wait and let the functionality come. And as new functionality comes, I'm going to try and do videos on it, because I jumped into this and tried to use it the way you would in FS19. So it's like, right, okay, I'm doing bales. I need to have a course loaded because Courseplay needs something to work from, and then I need to start the worker, and did that and it didn't work. You just go into the mini GUI and make sure you've got collecting and wrapping bales selected and start the worker, and it will do its job. So I think we'll just stick this bit on a time lapse and let the bale wrapper run, and I'll jump back in if we get any issues.
Now that I'm looking back, I can see all the signs I tried to fill in the cracks that were spread in my mind, but I was all out of hope, lost in an endless maze. The emptiness had unfolded just like a void, but you broke the coldness somehow and lit up a flame. And ooh, I was done feeling hopeless, screamed out loud because
So I guess we have a bit of an issue there with the Courseplay not seeing the wrapped bale. Luckily I have the lumberjack mod installed, so we can get that going. What would be really useful on here, so we need to get the menu back up to restart it and then hit hire worker again, is bale pusher. I had a quick look for, I haven't looked properly yet if one is available, because if we could put a bale pusher on the front, obviously that would really help with those kind of issues and stop us getting stuck on bales. But And we've done pretty much this whole field, and that's the first time it's got stuck. And amusingly, it was just as I was about to start talking again. So yeah, I have not played around with this a lot yet. So I'm recording this before work the morning that I woke up and saw, oh, Courseplay's been updated and they've added bale wrapping and bale loading or bale collecting. So that because it was different, and so I thought it was worth doing a video on quicker rather than playing with it for days and then going, oh wait, I found this cool video. So the bit that and I'm just basing this off the logs on GitHub, is that at the moment it's not integrated with Autodrive. So when we move on to bale collecting, although it will collect the bales for you, you can't then link it to an Autodrive course for it to go and deliver the bales. I've not tested that at all. I've not had time to test that yet. I'm sure someone in the comments will tell me that yeah, you can, or you can use this clever trick to do it, and I really hope they do, because it was a really nice feature of using all of this in FS19, was being able to link the two together. Let's turn off super strength. So yeah, if we jump in the Fendt 700 now, one of the tractors that I use an awful lot because it's a very nice tractor. And we've just got the base game Arcusin auto stack on the back. And again, just drive into the field, open up the GUI, and rather than being on start at first waypoint, because again, just to show you don't have a course loaded. So bring the GUI up, just click across to collect bales, and my cursor looks like it's in the right place this time. Thanks for all the tips. It was what I kind of thought it was, in that I was recording a lot of the other stuff on my laptop rather than with my laptop plugged into a monitor. Interesting working with is picked up there, but that's probably from the previous tool. We might need to just sort that out. Okay, anyway, let's just try it and see what it does. The working with might be irrelevant. Looks like it is, so we can just close that off, and hopefully now it should go around and collect all of the bales for us. So the reason it picked up a 12 meter working width is I seeded this field with grass using the Lemkin 12 meter seeder that I really like using. But it seems like it ignores that, so we can just let this guy run around the field now and pick all the bales up. As I was just saying, if once the trailer's full, I believe it just stops. The test field that I did, I only had 11 bales on there, so we didn't get a full trailer. You can in fact see those 11 bales stacked over there, because that's where I was testing. I did find, I'm not going to say it's a bug, because it was just me testing very early this morning. I happened to get up at 5:30 and see this and jump into creating a video. What I did find was that the field over there is a custom field from two created fields, and the bale collector and the bale wrapping behaved as if they were two separate fields still, so I had to start it on each half of the field. Sorry, the dog bell just went. If you're used to my channel, you'll know I have 4 dogs in the house. If you're not used to my channel, I have 4 dogs in the house. Sometimes they bark. So yeah, as I was saying, I don't know if it's a bug or whatever, and I haven't reported it yet on the GitHub site, that the custom field behaved as if it was still the two separate fields, and I've not therefore tested it either on a complete custom field yet. I will get to that on I've got private. I'm playing on Yukon River, but not making videos, and that has a big custom grass field on it, so I'll find out when I get to doing it on there. It'd be very annoying if it doesn't work. But yeah, we're just gonna let this guy pick the bales up, and we'll see what happens when he gets full. Considering it's quite a big tractor trailer combo, it does a pretty good job of manoeuvring it around to get to the bales. On the other field that I did, I had a bale that it got itself too close to, but not at a point it could pick the bale up, and it sorted it out within a minute or so, if that, kind of like it's doing here. It did actually manage to sort itself out. And you know, there's some pretty clever maths going on in here, trying to work out how to get to the points to pick the bales up. And this is a massive time saver if you're playing, depending on how you play. If you've got a big farm, being able to have Courseplay at the very least wrap your silage bales is huge. If you're running big grass fields, wrapping square silage bales can take forever. But now you can just use Courseplay. So yeah, 2 more bales and we'll see how the Courseplay behaves once it's full. And I think we'll call it a day at that point, because I think this has been hopefully a pretty helpful video. Hopefully not too long either. So I'm going to get this uploaded on the Thursday the 13th, which is the day after this version of Courseplay released. And at some point it may need updating again. But yeah, it's full, so it's just saying that it's completed the task. Done a pretty good job, and I'm assuming that if we let's finish the test, we'll just head over and drop this load of bales off, and we'll get it to pick the other 4 up. I guess if you were using one of the Roland Auto Stack or Auto Load trailers, which hold a lot more bales, you would have a much easier job doing this. I do quite like the Arcusin because it's real. It doesn't use magic. Of course, it does have the problem that you need a very tall bale shed to actually get the bales into. Or you have to use an autoloader, which I used to do a lot on FS19. So if we then open up the GUI again and hit hire worker, you should then set off and pick up those last 4 bales for us. We haven't really helped him there, have we? With where we started him. In fact, we'll just be a bit more friendly and line it up on a bale. There we go. And then if we hit hire work up, there we go. So 3 more bales to pick up, and that will have wrapped and stacked this field for us in not very much time at all. With only, so the only time we had to stop it was when it drove over a bale. Someone's going to release a bale pusher mod at some point, and that's going to fix that. No problems. And then when we were full, it just stopped. I said I have not tested whether you can link it to Autodrive. The dev logs say that you can't yet. It just stops. But I've not tested it. If you've had time to test that yet, and you might have had time because obviously you can, this video is done at a certain time, then let me know, and because that would be really cool if we could set Autodrive up to go and drop the bales off for us. But that is a whole field of square bales wrapped and collected using Courseplay. So if you found this useful and you're still watching, subscribe now, like the tractor says. If you've enjoyed the video, click like. If you haven't enjoyed the video, click dislike. And if you've got questions or suggestions or whatever, leave me a comment below, because it's really helping when people leave comments. And I'll catch you next time on FS22.